Hey guys, welcome back. It's Team Forever Forward with another video. I'm Michael.
I'm Connor.
Going to be doing another myth-busting video today. So, part of the series, we're going to be tackling the lovely matter of calories not counting. They don't count at all, do they?
What are calories?
I don't even have a clue.
I
That's some
thought
sort
they
of
were
like mythical
like,
beast.
Yeah, magic unicorn dust
Calories.
stuff, like
Some bizarre stuff. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. A little disclaimer before we start. This is aimed at just body composition stuff. Although calories are still king for health overall, we're also not going to be talking about any medical conditions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We're not qualified enough to tackle that. We are just doing this for
physique goals, isn't it?
Physique, weight loss, that kind of thing. Body kind of changes. So that's it.
So why should you be watching this video? Are you going to get anything out of this video? Basically,
just click off it now.
Yeah,
Just click
there's
off.
a constant confusion about nutrition in general, really. It's kind of like politics. There's a left side, there's a right side, and they've planted their flag. They're sort of, their way's the only way. It's the same with calories. That's one of those things. If you're not making any progress, you've sort of hit the wall, you've stumbled with your training, we're going to tackle the truth about how it works, sort of the mechanisms, and the truth, again, like we touched on in the last one, the truth doesn't sell, so that's why.
Yeah, unfortunately that truth is, it doesn't sound great, and it's always like, do you know what, a lot of time in the nutrition thing, it's like common sense a lot. Like you'll see when we get through it and we talk about it, and it's like, but people don't like that. They like having something to like, oh, that seems like it's going to work.
A rapid program, sort of. But that's another video we're going to do in the future, is rapid results and magic potions and stuff, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Sweet. So, let's have a look at what's going on then, okay? So, the pyramids that a lot of people use, like pyramids of importance, are really cool. The way we're going to do it is through using these lovely boxes. So the way we're going to kind of look at it is if we look at this far left box, around this outside, let's say everything in here is everything they eat, okay? And to fill this box up, that is all the calories they are eating to maintain weight. So this person is eating 2,700 to maintain their weight.
It's just an example though, guys.
Yeah, don't stress about the different levels.
Everyone,
it's completely random. It's just to show that that is what they need to maintain, okay? So, if we want to lose weight, this works the other way for gaining weight as well, but we're going to focus on losing weight because that's a bigger thing.
9 times out of 10 people's goal.
We need to look at what's going on, okay? So, as what is happening in the body, we have a demand for fuel. To stay alive, to go about, doing everything we need to do all the activity, we have a demand for fuel. If we are not giving that body the fuel through the nutrition and what we're taking in, and we're not meeting those demands, so if we're not meeting it fully, it has to meet that demand somehow if we're still keeping up all that activity. So the way it does that is nice and simple. It just takes the fuel that's in the old body, gets rid of the old fat tissue or whatever it may be, muscle tissue, whatever it's burning to meet that demand, and hence the weight reduction because you're using up the fuels that are stored as mass in the body. Okay, so nice and simple. This guy, to lose weight, he's just got to reduce that box, reduce how much he's eating. And then this little area here is going to be his deficit. Let's just say it's a 200 calories. Deficit. Yeah, so that's just going to be maybe 2,500. So for this first example, we've just kind of reduced everything as a whole, and now he's in that calorie deficit, and hopefully he's losing weight. So that's the principles. Do you want to add anything to that?
No, not really. So let's talk about different diets here, and sort of creating the deficit
and like applying that model with the different things to help you understand.
So the stuff that's out there. So I'm going to touch on low carb first, or low carb ketogenic diets. Ketogenic, if you don't know, is eliminating carbs. I think it's like
running off
below 30 grams of carbs.
I mean, to be fair,
I would cry.
They where's my carbs?
Yeah, if that was me.
They say for ketogenic, like I think Brad Scheinfeld, he says below 50 to 100. But to be honest, to be like ketogenic is 0 carbs. The minute you eat some carbs, you'll go out of ketosis even for a short period of time. So technically it's that, but it's just a very low carb diet.
So let's look at this low carb. We'll chat about these columns in a second. Low carbs is carby foods are quite high calorie. So when you eliminate them from your diet, that's just, you've taken down your calories. Okay, you've eliminated a calorie dense food, which has taken down the line.
Yeah,
here,
so so we'll use this now. So like the carbs are gone, so now we've lowered it.
Fats are higher, protein intake increased slightly. We got this little bit of extra here for treats, alcohol, stuff like that.
But the main thing is
this
box is lower than that one, so
this
it's a
person's
deficit.
going to lose weight.
Carbs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
We've also got low fat, which is nice and simple, just losing fat. We're not going to go through all of them. We're just going to go through clean eating in a minute. But low fat would just be reduction of fat.
That'd be the opposite of this.
Yeah. So that fat one would be reduced.
Yeah. So paleo diet is eating things that you can hunt or grow, basically. Okay, it's caveman era type food.
I think it kind of ties in the same way as clean eating.
Yeah.
It kind of creates the same effect. So clean eating, if we look at the column for clean eating, all we've done is remove the extra bit.
The processed
and then
foods.
If we look at that extra bit, we just create that deficit by eating no junk.
Yeah, they've taken out their Domino's,
their KFCs.
Or Domino's.
Oh, dangerous. Dangerous.
That's
not recommended.
What's wrong with that? Like,
sanity.
Man.
I thought Domino's was weight loss food.
Intermittent fasting. There is lots of different fasting diets out there. You've got 5-2 alternate day fasting, the 8 on 16 fasting diet. Basically, the way that works is you've restricted the amount of time you're allowed to consume calories, so you've created this deficit. Okay, it's almost one of the easiest ways. It's like, no shit, it's going to work.
Don't eat food.
Yeah, you're going to lose weight because you've restricted the calories, because you've restricted the time you're allowed to consume calories.
Yeah. So I mean, like, the overall thing is, you could look at all the diets out there and like apply this, but if you just use that principle, you can see what's going on. And a lot of times with these diets, they'll have a rule, and within that rule, you're like, straight away, you could probably just see where they're getting that reduction from.
Yeah, that's how they create the deficit.
Yeah. So carbs, get rid of carbs. Low fat, get rid of fats. It's like, it's nice and simple. You can see what they're trying to do, and all they are doing is the calories getting reduced. It's no magic formula. It's not the carbs are bad. It's not the fats are bad. It's not that any of this is bad. It's just a way of reducing it.
You're not going to touch a grain of rice and turn into a sumo wrestler,
no,
okay?
I thought it was immediate. You look at carb, gain 10 pounds.
I almost wish it was, so that I could actually gain some mass. But,
struggle.
It's the same thing like with food relationships. If you eat carbs, you're not going to get fat the same way. If you eat a sprog of, or whatever it is, of broccoli, you're not going to get lean, okay?
Yeah. We'll touch on like the whole attitudinal thing another time. That's
a future video.
Definitely, for sure. So what we can take away from that then is essentially, at the end of the day, all you have to do is eat less, move more.
Sounds simple, right?
Yeah, great. But I think everyone knows that, but it's how you go about doing that.
It's
and
actually
this is the
quite
thing.
tough.
Yeah, it's simple, but it's not easy. And I think if you told anyone, or if you're watching this and you're struggling to lose weight yourself, all you have to do is eat less. I think everyone knows that.
Yeah.
And that's why they're trying to find like an alternative thing, is because they don't want to like face that kind of thing in a way. But what you need to do is look, all these options, we haven't even listed all of them.
No,
you need to find...
We would need a big whiteboard.
Yeah, find what works for you. We've said about biases in trainers, like remove your biases, find what works for you. If intermittent fasting you find you can stick to, great. If you find you struggle with it, not great. Try another one. And just play around, see what works for you. Because the biggest thing is just finding what works that you can stick to.
The best diet is the diet you can do the longest, yeah?
That's it. I think that's the biggest thing. Hopefully you guys are kind of like picked up a little bit.
Fingers crossed we've cleared up if you may have been confused to how these diets work and the mechanism behind weight loss, really, the
essential
calorie deficit.
Calories are king. There's other things that are going on, but if you don't have that deficit, then you're not going anywhere, really.
Yeah, and another one, if you're tracking calories and you're in a deficit and you're like, why am I not losing weight? Likelihood is you're probably not in a deficit. Tracking calories, I think you said it was like 50%
miscalculating calories, like miscounting. You just got, figure out what's going on. And there might be occasional things you're not getting in there and missing. But so some of those bits we might have seen, like we just kind of like This one is hard not to rant about. Like, we could go on
holding back
for a long time for this. So maybe we'll do like a no holds bar one later on. But
that's a good idea. I hope you've learned something, guys. If you've got any questions, just chuck it in the comments below, and we'll get back to you. If you like it, then like it, subscribe right here.
Click this one. Click this
join
one.
the team. You're in the team.
Yeah.
That went well.